Hello, Glam Squad, and happy Margarita Day! Woo! Which is actually tomorrow, so get your plans set. It's going to be Margarita Day tomorrow. And to celebrate that, we're going to start with this real pretty lime green color. Sorry, lime green color. It is from Elite 99. I'm almost finished with those polishes, and my new mission in life is to finish them up because that opens up a space in my collection and allows the universe to fill that space. So we're gonna really work on filling that space using those up. So we're gonna do 2 lime greens, 1 darker lime green, which I'm sorry you're not going to see me paint it. There's a story behind that. We'll get to it. And 2 in white. And then on the 2 lighter lime green colors, we're just going to go ahead and do a pattern of limes. It's just going to be a hodgepodge mishmash of lime slices. And it's so cute. I love how these nails turned out. And actually, the Margarita Day plan was already in effect when I saw this pair of shoes on a group I'm in on Facebook. It's for weird and wonderful secondhand finds. I'm pretty sure that's the actual name of the group. So if you like that kind of stuff, check it out. And this girl had found a pair of shoes, and one shoe was 1 little lime slice, and the other shoe was a bunch of lime slices, all in a mismatch, hodgepodge little selection of them, in very similar to what I'm going to do today. And so while I had the Margarita nail idea already, this took it to a new level. This inspiration from the shoe just really pushed me out of my comfort zone. I was just going to do my traditional sort of citrus fruit situation, which this is, but it's much more intensive because there's a lot more limes going on. There's a lot more stuff going on. You're making sure that you're seeing a slice, but not the whole slice, and there's overlapping and layering. And I found it to be a very challenging set to do, but also very satisfying and super fun. There was a lot of removing and starting and stopping and feeling frustrated, but in the end, super satisfied with the work that I had produced. So I hope that you like them as much as I do. I think that these 2 nails, and specifically the 2 lime nails, I love them. They are what makes this set, I think. That we're gonna also draw a margarita. I have mixed feelings about how that came out. We'll talk about it. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and continue to create these limes. In between every little lime slice I draw, I am curing, so I'm just skipping all of the cure messages this time. And also, we're flipping back and forth between the 2 nails. So while one's curing, I'm working on another, and I'm sure you're figuring that out. But let's just go ahead and make these limes. Okay, our next step is going to be to take just a little bit of darker green and run it along the back side of the white to indicate a rhyme. And that just really, it crisps up the look. Limes are green, so you're going to definitely want that extra dark green right along the back side for the rind. So while I'm doing that, let's go ahead real quickly and just talk about the margarita. Margarita itself means daisy. And so I guess there's this whole group of cocktails that are called daisy cocktails, and they basically have a liqueur, or a liquor rather, with some sort of citrus. So any kind of citrus drink you're drinking is a daisy drink, I guess. But also the history of the margarita itself is so contested because there's like 4 or 5 different bars that say they're the bar that actually invented the margarita. And there was a bar that had a recipe for a drink that wasn't even called a margarita, but it's exactly the same as a margarita. So it can go back apparently as far as 1937, which honestly I'm shocked it doesn't go back further than that. But there are several bars, like there's this one called Husong's Cantina in Ensenada, Baja California. And they said that they made it for a patron called Margarita Henkel Casina, I guess. And then there's one in Juarez, Chihuahua, at Tommy's Bar Place in 1942 that said that they made it. And there's another place in 1937 at the Cafe Royal Cocktail, or the Royal Cocktail Book rather, has a recipe for, that's the one that had the recipe for a picador. And that's the same as a margarita, but it wasn't called that. And then there's one in Tijuana, or between Tijuana and Rosarita, Baja California. And and it's supposed to be the one that invented it, but the San Diego Reader, I apparently debunked that story. And Jose Cuervo, the tequila company, says it was invented in 1938 for a Mexican showgirl called Rita de la Rosa. So, how convoluted is the history of the margarita? That is so crazy to me. So what I'm doing now is just taking a little bit of that white and just making random little squiggles, right? Connect them a little, unconnect them a little, because you know it's got that little white, I don't know what it's called, in the lime, right? Just those little white fibers. So now on one of the white nails, I'm just sketching out real quick the shape of a margarita glass. And that's what we're going to make right here. I'm just going to trace it out with the green. And then we're going to, once we get it traced out, I'm going to trace it out again in certain areas and along the stem with the darker green to give it, you know how when you have a margarita glass, sometimes the rim is a nice dark color and it'll be blue or red or green or something. I'm sticking with the greens because this whole set is very green and white and I didn't want to add another color, which is why the pinky nail ended up getting changed, because it just felt like everything went la 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 and then the last nail went gunk, right? It just didn't fit. It was like a sour note in our delicious margaritas. So guys, my margarita glass is not, it's not beautiful. Let's not pretend it is, because it's not. And I'm filling in the cup here with a little bit of clear mixed with the lighter green to give it sort of a, you know, margarita color. And now I'm going to outline everything with the darker green, but I mixed it with just the tiniest bit of black so that it would give it more of a deeper color and give it kind of a shading sort of color. You know, it worked or it didn't work. I'm not going to worry about it. You know why? Because learning how to be an artist takes time and there's lots of mistakes to be made, and I'm okay with that. I'm just okay with it. You know, there used to be a time when if I wasn't good at something the first time I tried it, I didn't want to do it. And I think I've grown past that a lot because how are you going to grow as a person if you're afraid of trying something you're not good at, right? So I'm stopping that. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just letting myself suck at stuff. And I don't think this cup sucks. I just don't think it's the cutest cup in the world. And maybe next year when we celebrate this, I'll have gotten better at it. There we go. So now I did matte top coat everything, and I'm sorry there is not footage of that. There just isn't. And in the little slices, just where it's the green color, not on the white, I'm just coming in with that juicy color that I made with the clear and the green. And you can still see the white through it, but it gives it a very juicy look, and it gives it kind of a raised situation that makes it seem just really succulent, I guess is a good word for that. Now here's this is a little matte top coat. After curing that, we're going to come in with that same juicy goodness to give it that raised look, and this is the finished set. I have to say I really like it. Even with my cup being a little bit wonky, I think it came out pretty cute. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. We will see you on Wednesday for another awesome video. Until then, have a great day. Bye-bye.